Welcome to the Cyber Center for Biblical Studies. Hi, my name is Herb Bateman. Today we want to discuss a book in the e-books for translating the New Testament. The book is translating the book of Philippians, clause by clause. Today we have with us the author of that book, Tom Moore. Tom, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here, Herb.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we could get together and talk about this book you just recently published.
I did.
So tell us a little something about this book. How does this book break out?
Well, this book is designed for students of the Greek New Testament who are studying the book of Philippians and want to learn to translate, want to learn how to follow Paul's argument. And so what we do is we break the book down into sections, and we go through it clause by clause, analyzing, doing syntactical analysis, semantic analysis, and helps a student to follow the argument in Paul's letter.
Okay. So does this all just one big lump of stuff? Does it break out into units of thought?
The book itself or the book of Philippians?
The book itself.
Yeah, okay, so there are 3 sections to the book.
Okay.
There's an introductory section, about 27 pages. There's a workbook section, about 46 pages, I think. Okay. And then the last section is the answer key, which is 100 pages.
Okay. Well, let's talk about each one of those sections.
Okay.
Let's think our way through that introduction. Tell me what's going on in that introductory section?
Well, the first part of the introduction is helping students learn how to recognize their verbs, participles, infinitives, learning how to parse quickly, and just verbal recognition tips. And then we have some instruction on the types of clauses that you find in the New Testament. Independent clauses, dependent clauses.
Okay.
And so we give lots of examples. We teach them the various types of clauses that there are. And then after that, we have some sections on vocabulary, the hapax legomena. There's 40 of them in the book of Philippians. And there's another set of vocabulary that occurs elsewhere in the New Testament, but among Paul's letters only occurs in Philippians. Oh. And so we give them an overview of the types of clauses that they will find in Philippians, and also vocabulary.
Okay. So this helps serves me as I'm entering into this project. It's sort of like you're giving me some tips on how to move into that second section. Is that fair enough?
Exactly right. So the introduction is designed to introduce the student to the method of going about translating a Pauline letter clause by clause.
Okay, which leads into this second section. Tell me a little bit about this part 2, this second section of this book.
Yeah, the second section is more of a workbook format. So we actually have, first of all, we break the letter down into bite-sized chunks.
Okay.
And then for each chunk, we provide a contextual overview to sort of get the student oriented to what the topic is going to be about. Then we give them the actual text from Nestle-Aland 28. And then we break that passage down structurally on the page, clause by clause, showing independent clauses and dependent clauses. And then that amount of material on the page allows the student room to do his parsing and to do his grammatical syntactical analysis.
Okay, good. All right, well, then that brings me to that third section. Tell me about this third section in the book.
Well, the third section is the answer key. And so we go back through the text. We put the text of Philippians laid out clause by clause, page by page. It's 100 pages worth. And we discuss all the verbs, participles, infinitives, conjunctions, everything that has any semantic force. We lay that out for the student so that they can follow the argument in Philippians.
Very good. Wow. Well, let's talk about this book. When I'm done working my way through the book of Philippians, using this translating Philippians clause by clause, how does this help me as a pastor or as a student? Is that sufficient, or is this a supplement to commentaries? How useful is this?
I would characterize it as a beginning point.
Okay.
if you are going to preach or teach the book of Philippians, you have to be able to understand the argument of the book. You have to be able to follow Paul's flow of thought. So this is a way for you to enter in deeply to Paul's expressions and how he presents his argument. And then that gives you a basis for reading other commentaries.
Okay. So you're a pastor. You've pastored for 12, 20 years or so, and you've preached through Philippians a time or two. What commentaries might you suggest to a pastor or a student who may be thinking about collecting commentaries for a time in the future when they will preach this book? What commentaries might you recommend?
Well, Philippians has an abundance of good commentaries. And the ones I name now, in 5 years, there's going to be a bunch of good ones as well. I have 5 favorites, basically. O'Brien in the New International Greek Testament commentary, Fee in the New International Commentary on the New Testament. Martin has revised Hawthorne's commentary in the Word series. And then one that you might not find immediately is Bachmuel in the Black New Testament Commentary series. That's a beautiful commentary. Short, but full of good insight. I also like Hanson's commentary in the Pillar series. So those would be the first five that I would try to collect.
Well, great. Well, Tom, thank you so much for joining with us and sharing some of your insights in this new book that you've just authored.
My pleasure.
And thank you for joining us. And I trust that as you plan a preaching schedule or plan your schedule for taking courses, you might consider picking up Tom Moore's book, Translating the Book of Philippians, Clause by Clause. Until next time, I trust you will have a great day. Thank you.